Well, Becky, we can go on a cruise together. Come on.
Wait.
You
want to go on the cruise with me? You mean my friend Debbie?
For real. I was going to cruise. I think
you guys should go. I think you guys will have a
lot
of fun.
Hook up. Trust me.
We're already we already got it pre-planned.
Yeah,
it's gonna be on my birthday. It's right after my birthday.
Oh, speaking of birthdays, my birthday is coming up.
When is
my birthday's coming up too.
All right. Let's go ahead and bring this episode in. First off, before we even bring the episode in, we smoking on that turbo pack. Turbo got smoked today, but we're going to get to that. Let me go ahead and bring the episode in.
It was something stuck up his ass.
He really did.
Fuck?
He really did.
It was the worst.
So upset.
Okay. What's really good, pot stirrers? Welcome to another episode of Love, War, Challenges. I am MTV Malik. He is Robert Stewart Jr. She is Becky at Gift Master Bex. And today we are rolling up that turbo pack. Turbo got fucking smoked by rookies. His whole challenge legacy is tarnished. But before we get into that, just on a serious note, there's somebody on Twitter. Her @ is Shared Delaware. Her name is Sherilyn. I don't know her personally, but we follow on Twitter. We know some of the same people. Everything I hear from her is, she's a wonderful person, a great mom. Recently fell into some health issues. I'm not going to blow it all up. Just check her out at Shared Delaware. Just want to give her a big shout out and let you know that me and the whole LWC is praying for your good health, and we always got your back. Want to show support in any way. When I was talking with the Challenge Fandom podcast, one of the things we talk about was the good and the bads of the Challenge Fandom. And of course, when Cara Maria was at her height and the Stan Twitter and all of that was going back and forth, that was a low. But when the Challenge community comes together, we're able to accomplish some really good things. A lot of people showing her love. She's always been on the Challenge Twitter and wrestling Twitter. So I just want to show her a little bit of love, let her know that we're thinking about her and wishing her the best.
Challenge Twitter has its toxic tendencies, but it definitely has its highs where you're
Absolutely.
we're all good people. We just get hyped about this show that we all love and we defend our faves, and sometimes it's not in the nicest way.
Right.
Facts.
But when it's time to come through for people who we mess with and people we care about, and for people who need our help, I think the Challenge community does a pretty good job at stepping up.
I've met some amazing people that have become really close friends of mine from Stan Twitter.
Same here. So just want to give her a big shout out, let you know you're on all of our minds, and we know you're going to kick that ass because you're tough like that. So
you got this.
Big shout out positive. To you. Moving on, let's go ahead and start this episode. Bananas is back. Nani is back. How do we feel about that? I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, fucking love it. Because they are true ride and dies. They are a formidable fucking team. We talk about one of the best first place people, one of the best second place people in Nani. So very excited to have them back.
Well, I mean, I'm excited that they're there because I feel like Johnny brings an added dimension of drama and life to the show. I mean, I've seen quite a bit of it.
He knows how to run the show.
There's been a lot of diminishing since they have kind of culled some of the bigger players out. So it's just been very bland, I think is the best way of saying it. So I feel like he's going to really spice it up. But what upsets me, I guess is the best way of saying it, is that they didn't have to do anything. He just said, Nani and Bananas, here they are. And I was like, okay. But they're not going to have to do anything to be in the house? They're just going to be dropped in?
I think that's the twist. Almost kind of like how Invasions were. Invasions was set up upon the premise that all of these people are going to be competing. None of them are champions. We're going to have a new champion. And then, boom, bunch of champions coming in and fuck you up. Look at the people they're bringing in. They're either big dogs or champions.
True.
Yeah. You got to remember, by bringing this team in, they changed the whole dynamic of the game now. Mm-hmm. So you got a 7-time champ. You got to try to figure out how to get him out the game. Because if you keep him in the game, the longer he stays in, the most likely he's going to get that first place prize. But here's my question. How much training did Devin do in the off season? We know his track record in the finals hasn't been all that great. Can he seal the deal and get to first place, or is he gonna lag in second? So that's something that we haven't seen. So we're gonna find out this season how much in shape Devin really is, and we're gonna see if Johnny has what it takes coming off of retirement pretty much, because he's been gone for a good little while, to see if he still got something left in the tank.
You know, it's funny you say that, because not necessarily about Devin, but about Bananas. Bananas looking a little thick. He was looking thick coming in.
I mean, he looks thick, but he doesn't look like he's out of shape.
Let's look at his history, though. Let's look at his history. The last time he went to a final was when he came back from a long sit down, was Rivals 2. Okay, so who beat them? CT and West. Okay,
but let's just be honest. When they put CT and West together, that was
nobody
was gonna win against them. It just wasn't gonna happen.
And Bananas coming off a long sit down,
2 seasons, he'll be fine.
Reclaim his. That was more than 2 seasons. Then he sat down. Come on now. So
Total Madness, right?
Yeah, so Total Madness. That's the last time we saw.
But there's been a lot of
36,
space.
37,
you got to think about
this is
it.
38.
Because the thing is you got to think about it. Also, the Challenge USA jumped in there, so there was there was years in between.
A year and a half.
Yeah, year and a half. A lot can happen.
Versus months in the way they were doing it, because he was on those back-to-back shows.
He'll be fine. It's a year and a half. All right, let's go ahead and jump into some A block drama.
I think he just gained some muscle.
Yeah,
he doesn't look like he's dad bodding it yet.
Nah, he ain't no dad. It's muscle.
So, a couple of interesting things happened before the daily, and we're going to talk about them. One, Bananas makes a joke at Turbo, and Turbo takes it exactly how we think that he was going to take it.
What happened to my baby boy?
Yes, 90 finds out Casey went home. Banana is bunking with Devin. And 90 links with Laurel and Tori, and we get the we get the whole 90 backstory. And the last thing was Tori and Devin, and Tori talk about her mental health. Let's go ahead and just jump into this Bananas and Turbo conversation. Bananas made a simple joke, and of course Turbo takes it bad. Becky, you're our resident Turbo stan. The fuck is wrong with this guy? It's not cute anymore.
Listen. I'm telling you, there's nobody more disappointed than me that Turbo is doing what he's doing right now. I was like, the Turbo that I love is the Turbo from War of the Worlds 1, who was having a good time, who was happy to be there. It's almost like he didn't want to be there. He was just angry at everything. I don't know what it was. I don't know what's wrong with him. I'm very disappointed. Everybody knows I love Turbo, and I'm officially divorcing myself from Turbo, because this is not the Turbo I like. I don't know who this is. This guy, he's kind of scary. He looks like he would, use the knife.
Turbo can sit his ass down with his no humor ass.
And I know that there's a language barrier and there's an issue with, a difference there. But people were honestly joking with him in War of the Worlds 1, and he didn't have the same reactions. So I don't know what the situation is that all of a sudden caused this change.
He was in 2 action movies and got a big head, and they put a championship belt. What did they say in Lord of the Rings? They said, if you think, what he said? He said, if you think, if you think a wild dog is hard to control, wait until you put a crown on his head. Or some shit like that. Tyrion said that shit. Whatever. But basically, he already had a big head. Yeah, he had a big head, and it's even bigger now, and his ego is out of fucking control. I mean, and this is a game a show that revolves around big egos. Look at Bananas. Look at West. Look at Kenny Santucci. These guys' egos are out of this world, but they can still find a way to be somewhat
Even
likable.
CT. You remember old CT's ego was
Oh yeah,
crazy.
out of control. This guy's out of control, and at some point, I mean, we see how this episode plays out. Let's go ahead and move on to Bananas bunking with Devin, and Devin not necessarily hating it.
Right.
How far these two have come.
Yes, very far.
You know, Devin did eat a big shit sandwich where he basically, you know, kind of apologized to Bananas for his reactions and shit to come back on the show. It seems to be working out in his favor.
I guess that's how you get calls back.
You got to kiss the ring, right? Because that's what happened. Got to kiss the ring. Devin kissed the ring. Do you think, all right, totally off subject a little bit. Do you think Paulie has to kiss the ring to get the call back?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
I think Paulie and Cara are going to have the same issue.
I mean,
I don't think they'll do it, though.
I don't think Cara has the same issue.
I honestly think Paulie has too much. Well, I think honestly, Paulie probably would, because he's the type of person, he wants to be on the show. And I think if that was the option where he said, if I have to apologize, I will, because I want to be on the show. I don't think
Cara would, though.
But I don't think Cara will. I think Cara's got too much pride in the game where she just won't allow it to happen. And a lot of things is it's unfair for her to have to do that.
100%. She shouldn't have to.
Because the thing is Jemmy, as much as I'm not a big fan of Jemmy, she said it right. She dedicated 10 years of her life to this show and literally became the face of this show just to get smacked down because she didn't agree with them and what they wanted to do, which is an unfair situation. Like 100%. She didn't want to bow down to them, and I think that that's just a hit to them as an overall, and it just fucking sucks. But I don't think Cara will, and honestly, I kind of hope she doesn't, because I want them to suffer a little bit and maybe them come to her. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I think they are also too prideful.
I mean, you're not going to really find another female like Cara Maria, even if you try to find it with this new wave of people that they're bringing in. There is only one Cara Maria, and there's still, at the end of the day, when it does settle, it's going to be Cara Maria, just alone, one of the dominant female MTV challenge. Just
a comeback story.
Yes.
Like, it's just a complete change in character and overall. She grew up on the show, very much similar to CT. Yeah. And I think people said, like, imagine CT and Cara coming through instead of Bananas and Nani, or even
that would have set. That would have set.
Oh yeah, that would have set this whole thing off.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on, we get Devin and Tori. They sit down, and it was really cool to see how close they've actually become. And how supportive Devin is. I mean, Devin was a guy who I couldn't stand for a long time. I really, really, turned the corner on him. But to see Tori talk about, how her mental health declined and the stuff that she took to get it fixed and to get it handled, we got to take some insight on that. How did it make you guys feel? How did you guys respond to that?
I mean, it doesn't really lighten her character for me, because I feel like just the way she acted over the last few seasons has just not been a good situation. And when you have me backing up Jordan, of all people who I can't stand at all in life, I don't know. I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, and I know mental health issues are difficult and hard, and I hope she gets her shit, straight, and especially with the foreshadowing that's happening. And we all know Jordan was coming, so this is going to be a shit show, and we'll see how she handles it, especially with her saying that she's had such a difficult time with her mental health.
You know what? I want to meet Tori at some point. I know I've missed my opportunity when I was in California, but sooner or later I'm going to get a chance to go one-on-one. But I'm not a huge Tori fan. I'm going to be and I wish her well in her mental health and everything. But that's nothing I'm gonna really touch real heavy on because I'm not a real hardcore fan of her.
And that's totally fine. I'm not a huge Tory fan either, but I do love how everybody is viewing mental health these days. I remember coming up and growing up, it was always, oh, this person is crazy, or this person's, is schizo or whatever. And the fact that we now have a little bit more information, it's a little bit more normalized, and people are taking the steps to make themselves better. I always love the fact because anything that makes somebody a more productive, a more kind person, a more stable person, those are never bad things. And seeing these things on TV and seeing people go through it might give somebody else the strength to do it. So I love the scene. I thought it was very well handled, and I thought it was shown very well. To make, because they could have really flipped that and made her sing crazy, play some loony music in the background, like, oh, here goes crazy. And, it was handled with the care that it should have been handled. Mental health is actual health. So,
I mean, if you think about how they treated someone like Tanya, who obviously had mental health issues and struggles, and they just exasperated it. They made it so much worse, and it was
good TV is what it was.
It was, and you look at it now and you go, wow, this girl is really unraveling. Someone needs to help her. I hope she's in a good place now. I haven't heard anything about an update on her life in a really long time, but
just to kind of give y'all a sneak peek of behind the scenes a little bit, since I've seen it just a little bit. You actually sit down and read one of these contracts that they actually sign, you are pretty much selling your soul to MTV. Absolutely. So, you kind of bring it upon yourself with the mental health side because they don't really prepare you on what's next if you get on one of these shows.
Well, I mean, they've always said, like, even on other shows, like other competition shows, they're like, these people get off these shows and all of a sudden just their mental health takes a dive. There's no kinds of therapy. I think even Paulie's talked about how he has to, when he leaves these shows, he goes to therapy for weeks to kind of get his head on straight.
But why haven't this been why haven't the production provided something for?
Because they don't think it's their problem. That's the thing. They don't think it's their problem. It doesn't think there's a responsibility.
Costly. Therapy for 30 people, not including production staff.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably adds up.
And technically they're independent contractors. They're not employees of MTV.
Exactly.
So,
and the challenge is an insanely expensive show. Check this out. Do you know why MTV plays ridiculousness 30 times a day?
No.
So they can pay for the challenge?
Yes. It's cheap and people watch it. Do you know how much it costs to put Rob Dyrdek, two of his friends, behind a green screen? Costs nothing. Those clips, they hit people up. They're like, hey, we want to use your clip for the show. We'll give you $200. Who's going to say no?
Man, they should just have Wildin' Out like on rerun. I'll do Wildin' Out on
Wildin' Out is, but that's also another show that doesn't cost a lot. Those shows pays for things that cost a lot, like Siesta Key, like The Challenge. Because when it comes to producing show,
Teen Mom.
Yeah, but that's another thing. Teen Mom isn't insanely expensive to shoot. Even though the people are starting to cost more. And when people cost too much, they're written out. But let's go ahead and move on to the daily. Today's daily is going to be called Balancing Act. But first, TJ has a surprise for us. Emmy's out. She's had enough. She doesn't want to do this. She's cool after one challenge. She's out.
She was
taking
cold.
Nam with her. Like, what the fuck? Nam is sitting over there. He's just tight. He's in tears. I think it might be over for this guy. He just has the worst fucking luck when it comes to the challenge. I actually feel for him because I feel like he would be pretty decent and he's an all-around good guy, but he's going to be out.
He looks so disappointed and sad. I was like, "Aw, poor Nam."
It was sad and it was disappointing.
Nam needs a hug.
Yo, big facts. So, TJ decides to bring in another team. Who does he bring in? He brings Casey and Kenny back.
He brought wallpaper.
So, man, they must have cleared COVID protocols in fucking record time. But
2 days.
But also, it was
the
a
amount
really
of
cool
false
scene.
positives that are out there too, though, you got to understand, it might have even been a false positive.
That's also true. But it was also really cool to see Casey come out and how excited Nani was. And, you know, we got the whole Nani, you know, her backstory about her mother passing surprisingly. I thought it was really cool to see. I thought it was really cool to see. Today was a Nani episode. Nani was just thriving this whole entire episode. After all of these years, she could still run a whole episode by herself. And I love seeing this version of Nani, this really competitive. I'm not here to party. I'm in a pretty healthy relationship and happy.
Well, the funny thing is when Nani's been in relationships, because that's why she was off the show for a long period of time, is because she was in a relationship and the guy didn't want her to go on the show. So when she ended up breaking up with him is when she ended up coming back. So I think this is a situation where she's got not only a positive influence on the show, and I'm sorry, Casey's dull as dishwater. So she probably calms down Nani's. It's a yin and yang thing. You got to find someone to mellow you out. Like, I'm crazy and I'm loud. I need someone to mellow me out. That's kind of what it is. You can't have two crazies. That's probably why Nani and Bananas never worked out. They were two really loud, crazy people together, and that's just as explosive.
See, I would have went with Adam, but okay. But
Adam.
Yeah. From the
Nani
Real World
and Adam.
Vegas.
Oh, I didn't watch Nani's season.
He was on the challenge.
I have no idea who this dude is.
He got kicked off for punching
CT.
Not CT.
Not that Adam.
Ty.
Oh, that's a different.
Yeah.
Okay. I know what you're talking
look
about.
at that. Am I the challenge historian now? Look at that. Anyway.
I mean, I'll be honest. When was the last time he was on the show?
He did that one
Rivals.
he did that one season.
Do you know how many people were named Adam on this show? Come on now.
3? Anyway, the daily balancing act. Got to jump off a platform into the water, swim up to a container. You got to go to a balancing platform in the middle, and you and your partner got to balance it out. Not surprisingly, Bananas and Nani gets the win. They wanted to set the tone. Nani was very motivated. She gets the win. They show why they are the champions and the second place champions that they are. It was great. Let's talk about some of our favorite moments and some of our least favorite moments from today's daily. I gotta say, one of my favorite moments was watching Fessy's big goofy ass just fall off. It was the funniest shit in the world. He got DQ'd. A shitload of people got DQ'd, but I love seeing Horatio and Olivia beast the fuck out of this daily.
But what Nelly T, man.
Scuba Nelly is always funny. Scuba Nelly is always funny.
That cracked me up when he almost fell.
This daily, the first part of this daily was dramatic as fuck. Like people just hanging on and the balance. I thought it was a really great daily and a really exciting one, even though 70% of the people fucking shit the bed.
Yeah, that's true.
What about for y'all? What were some of y'all favorite moments from today's daily?
Nelly almost falling off. He's showboating, and then I was like, oh.
But he held on, though. He held on strong.
He did.
Oh, Lord. I mean, I did enjoy watching. Like, I was like, is it really that hard? Like, I could understand, but it seems like people didn't know how to swing. Like, I can understand not hitting the thing, but how many people just went... Like, you have no upper body strength at all. Like,
no, none at all.
But the thing is I was a little sad that they didn't get the second option to try and go again versus like the minute you fall in the water, you're DQ'd.
I was fine with that because if you fall into the water, you got to climb up. You're not going to win. It was a waste. The waste of camera space and time. Then. Yeah. Nobody got the time for that.
But yeah, no, watching some of the girls hang on and really climb up and kind of the G.I. Jane moments almost kind of happen. I did enjoy watching Fessy like literally topple down like a like
You know what? From all of the shit that we got in the Challenge USA and the shit from Spies, Lies, Allies, this was one of the most exciting, well-shot dailies that we've seen in a long time. I thought this was a great daily.
And I think it was exciting. It was finally something that got some energy in it.
Yeah, and we've seen versions of this daily in the Challenge USA and Spies, Lies, Allies. I think this one was really, really good. It was really great to see. Hats off for the daily. But Bananas and Nani gets the win. They take it back to the house. And Nani, being the excellent friend that she is, goes to Turbo. And I'm guessing, I'm sorry, you can never convince me that Nani did not know that this was going to happen. She goes to Turbo and says, we begin a lot of word that you were interested in going into elimination. Do you want to go into elimination? And Turbo acts the way that we thought he all was going to. Now, not getting really into Turbo's behavior. Let's get into Nani's behavior. I don't think that she asked it in an incorrect way. I think she did do a good job at communicating clearly. We do know that there is a language barrier for how they're going to interact. I thought she explained it pretty fucking clear. It was pretty easy. Tamara was there to help decipher it too. But do you think that in the back of Nani's mind, she says, I'm going to bring this to Turbo. Turbo is going to act a certain way, and this will be a good chance to get rid of him. I think that in the back of her head, she knew that this was going to play out exactly the way that
I think she was more in a shock because she considered him a friend. If I'm coming to you, look, this game aside, it's friend to friend. I'm talking to you friend to friend. Fuck the game right now. I'm asking you a question. She was in total shock. I mean, I don't feel like she went in there with no plan in her mind saying, well, I think he's going to act a certain way and we going to get him out. She thought he was going to actually talk to her.
I don't think Nani thinks that far in advance. I don't think that that's like ever thought in her mind of like, and I think that he was just surprised at the fact that it was somebody he considered a friend that said, do you want to go into elimination? And I think he thought of it as an aggressive thing versus not. And I'm not expecting this from you. Like I would expect it from Bananas because Bananas is an ass, but you're my friend.
Oh, so, I'm pretty sure Bananas had his hand in this just a little bit.
I'm sure he did. But I could see him doing this in advance. I can't see her doing it in advance. But I think honestly...
Listen, honestly, Nani...
That's true. He ain't lying. He ain't lying on that one.
This is well in her repertoire. Free agents.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but she didn't do it for a slice of pizza.
Yeah, it was about a slice of pizza. He about right on that one, though.
No, Johnny Riley was not a bad-looking guy. Why not? She was single.
But the pizza...
You know he a popo now.
He is?
Yeah, he a police officer.
I can see that. Yeah. Anyway, moving on to the interrogations.
I can't.
Bananas automatically, because of how things played out, wants to take out Turbo, which is great. But to take out Turbo, you're going to need people who can take out Turbo. And Turbo is untested in elimination, so really don't know what we're going to get. But he knows that the rookies are making a move, and Bananas hates nothing more than to put fucking rookies in their place. So he already doesn't trust Jay, and he goes all out. He wants to take down anybody close to him. So he just says, hey, let's put them all in. One of them is going to have to hit. He calls down Michelle, Jay, Johnny Raven, Turbo and Tamara, Horatio, and Olivia. When the interrogations go on, I think the Horatio and Olivia thing went pretty well. It was just like, you did really well, but you're aligned with the wrong people. I loved how Johnny played this because Johnny put everything on Johnny. Bananas put everything on Johnny. Like, hey, he already said that he's coming after vets, so you and anybody who's connected to him is going to get it. It's on him. It made him look less spiteful, and he was able to get information. He's trying to draw this information out about this alliance, and he's trying to break it up.
What is his issue with Jay?
Jay dated Morgan.
Morgan.
Yeah.
Sorry, that just came, that memories.
Right.
It's okay. Johnny shows just how well he understands this game And you could tell definitely by how the way he played it. What's your guys' take on the interrogation and how it went down?
I mean, I think it went about as well as it could. Rookie's not really having a lot to offer on the table, and they're easy targets. And the fact that Turbo didn't even want to listen.
Shameful.
It's just, I get that you're mad, but
I don't get what he's so mad about.
Get over it. Get over it and do the...
He could have said, I don't want to go into elimination right now.
I mean, he should have just let his partner do the politic portion of it. He obviously... It worked out well for him with Nani when he and Nani were together.
That's Nani. His partner is a rookie who don't know nobody.
Yeah, but she apparently at least knows how to fucking have a conversation.
And she doesn't know shit. She's listening to everything Turbo is telling her. How much stuff does she get to say in this interrogation?
No.
She could have smoothed things over. She could have talked a little bit. No. Turbo told her to shut her mouth, and she did.
Right. Because that's her ride or die, and she said, I'm going to roll with it, which that was the mistake that she did. So that screwed over their gameplay. But in my opinion, Johnny did what a true champion do. Get some of the line people and break it up. You know, you investigating and interrogating to see which way you going. You either rolling with the vets or we gonna cut your throat. Simple
exactly.
as that.
Nip it in the bud.
Yep.
That's exactly what he was doing. And he wanted to get Turbo out. He wanted to break up this alliance, and he's getting to do both. So kudos to him. I mean, there's a reason why he's the champ. Now, we're moving on to club night. Not a lot really happens. Narisa's purple top during this whole interview was just the cutest fucking thing in the world. I thought it was amazing. Just want to put that out there.
Agreed.
But we get to the only thing really exciting. So pretty, right?
I can't. She's so pretty. It's not fair.
You pretty too.
I want to be pretty like Narice.
You pretty too, Becky.
Shut up.
Anyway,
don't placate me.
Listen. Moving on to club night, the only thing of interest that happens is Laurel takes a liking to Horatio.
That was interesting.
Are you surprised? Have you seen Horatio? She loves them little pretty white boys.
I don't think he's white.
True. He ain't white. No, he ain't white.
Well, he's mixed.
No, he ain't white.
But he's white passing. That's what we call white passing. I'm white passing.
I give you that. But interesting link up. First off, Jesus Christ, he loves Olivia. He really does. He's so fucking in love with her, and he is. You can tell. We all can tell. He's in love with her, and she is just got him as a friend for boosting up her self-esteem or whatever it is that girls keep guys. Just friend zone so bad. I feel bad for the guy. But
you're like a brother to me.
Oh, fuck.
I was hollering.
God damn. But Laurel.
I know how to break a guy's heart.
Laurel is interested in him, and she's kind of the exact opposite of him. You know, he's athletic, she's athletic, but he's shy. She says whatever's on his mind. I think Olivia pointed out, like, this may be the kind of girl you need. And I'm digging it. I'm digging it for both of them. I think, you know, and most importantly, Horatio seems like a generally cool, chill kind of guy. And I really like him. I find him very likable.
Hey, and linking up with Laurel is never really a bad thing.
Never a bad idea. Oh, man. Yeah.
And she ain't that tall. So I'm like, what's up?
You said she ain't that tall?
No, she's not that tall.
Isn't like she 5'10" or 11 or something?
She looks pretty tall.
Nah, she's like an inch taller than me.
And how tall are you?
I'm 5'9". So she's
Laura
like
5'10".
Well, I guessed right. I said 5'10" or 11.
She's 5'10".
Right. Whatever. She's tall. She's massive. Okay. And anyway.
Remember, I've seen her in person.
I am 5'4.75".
So, listen, the question I have for you guys is, do we ship this? Horatio and Laurel, do we ship this?
I think they'll hook up.
They look cute together.
Of course they're going to hook up. All Laurel has to say is open sesame and they're hooking up. I mean.
That's true. Because I would have been, shoot that.
It is what it is. Yeah. If Laurel wants to hook up, they will. Why are you making that face? Because of the open sesame
like,
thing again?
oh my God.
Scissor me, daddy ass.
Fuck you. What the
I'm
fuck? You're an
done.
asshole.
I'm done.
What? You guys don't watch wrestling? AEW? Scissor me, daddy ass?
Scissors.
Oh, yeah, do we have it? Chicks. Oh, yeah, that's super throwback. That's
Let's
super.
let's see who remembers that one. Scissors.
I'm done.
All right.
I'm done.
So.
Do you remember that, Robert?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You weren't here for that portion of it, but it's a throwback right there.
Oh,
Right.
all right. Before we go to the elimination, we got to talk about the Jay and Michelle interrogation.
Oh my God.
Now Jay and Bananas, they're just never going to be cool. It just is going to be what it is. These motherfuckers are just going to beef until they die. But Michelle,
Technically, Morgan's the bad one because she cheated. Technically,
I don't think she cheated. I think it was just. I think the time frame was kind of close.
They kissed before they broke up. At least the kiss happened. Because she admitted to kissing him before they broke up.
It's a kiss. You know, like, grow the fuck up, guys.
I can see if y'all was smashing, but no, it's a kiss. It's
well, you know,
no,
where
I
a kiss
think Jay.
starts.
I mean, yeah, just
That doesn't necessarily mean that where that ends.
I'm not really worried about Jay on this.
He didn't hit that.
You didn't hit it?
No, I said he didn't.
Jay
hit
is not the one I'm worried about on here. The one that I really want to discuss is Michelle and the fucking tears that was streaming and how much she loves Nani and yada yada yada. And Nani's just looking at her like,
that was just gameplay. That's all that was.
you think?
I thought you were my friend.
Y'all never watched Survivor? Y'all need to watch Survivor. Y'all, please. From what I
Jay
can
said
remember,
that. Jay said that. He's like, is this how you won Survivor? So give us a little bit of insight on Michelle's gameplay. Is this something that she has done before?
Yeah, she's done this in her game from what I can remember. I gotta go back and refresh my memory on some of them.
What season is she?
I can't remember. It's been
Season
so
41.
long. She won her season. Did I watch that full? I don't think I watched that full season. I think I watched towards the end. But yeah, she acts. She's an actor. A lot of these people act. You gotta pay attention to their tendencies on how they act when the cameras are rolling. So,
so she might be full of shit then.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Nani probably picked up on that somewhat. Like, yeah, we're friends, but come on, we ain't that tight. Fuck out of here. All right, fair enough.
She was on Survivor. Oh God, I'm not even gonna pronounce that right. KAOHRONG. And then she was also on Winners at War.
Yeah, she was on Winners at War. I remember her Winners at War.
Cool. So moving on to the elimination. Today's elimination is going to be called Memory Lane. Nani and Bananas decide to pull the trigger on Turbo. They throw him down there, which I thought was a very bold move. I love the way how Laurel talked about how this is just like, this is the only time that Turbo has ever been quiet while Nani talked. And I felt everything that Laurel said about that. What was that hand sign?
32.
Oh, 32.
What?
Okay, the season 32.
Oh, I didn't know at all.
Sorry, I was Googling while you were talking. Sorry, go ahead.
So all of the teams come down. Johnny Raven, Michelle J, Turbo and Tamara, and Horatio and Olivia. Turbo's going directly in. Now everybody got pulled the safe dagger. Now, Jay pulls the safe dagger. Michelle doesn't want him to save Johnny because, being linked to him, you're going to have a target on your back, but Jay is worried about, if I don't pick him, then I'm going to be seen as disloyal.
Catch 22.
Who are you siding with?
Honestly, Jay.
No. If you're Jay, okay, so you're siding with Jay's decision. Why?
Because I think he's right. I think at the end of the day, he made promises and he's staying loyal to his friend. Like, that's the same thing with Nelly and Corey. Just they're friends, so they can't say each other's name.
But we saw Corey and Nelson's relationship actually grow because we've seen them at odds before. But Nelson went and said, "Look, throw me in, okay? I know
Well,
Corby's life.
that's
We hang
different.
out. That's totally different from what's going on now. We don't know nothing about Jay and what's it, Johnny, the guy, the rookie. We don't know
Listen,
nothing
when
about
you're in the trenches together, you become family.
What are you, Vin Diesel?
This is money on the line. Wait a minute. This move right here can cost him
I'm making
$1 million.
excuses because I like Jay.
I
That's
don't
just
care about
really
you
what I'm doing
liking
right
Jay.
now.
You
I
need
like
to look
Jay
at the
too.
money amount. The money amount is what's gonna get you towards the end of the game.
So, Rob, are you going with Michelle's decision?
Whose decision?
Michelle's decision to not save Johnny.
Yes, I'm going to Michelle's decision. She told
That
him
was high-pitched.
why you think don't judge me. Why do you think she won $1 million on Survivor? She made those tough calls. So why I do not trust Jay. I would not align myself with Jay because I know how
What
he
did Jay do?
He's not a winner.
He's not a winner because his season he made some bonehead moves too. So when he came over to the challenge, I already knew his game. So I wasn't buying into if he's gonna make it to a final. He hasn't even made a final in Survivor. So how do you think he's gonna make a final in the challenge?
I get both sides. I would say that I would side with Jay with this one. I'm gonna tell you why. He's right. Jay, I'm glad to see Jay back. And Jay is probably going to be on a couple of these things. You got to be loyal. You can't cross your people. If this is supposed to be your man, you guys are in it together, don't cross him. Because if he crosses him now, everybody on that stage don't want to be friends with him or don't want to work with him within the game. Even if it might fuck up this season, check this out. For this whole entire season, the person who he's protecting has won 50% of the dailies. So they can probably hold their own somewhat. So don't be disloyal because right now, that's Jay's only friend in the game.
That's true, but you are looking at the twists and turns. You don't know what's gonna happen. So
well, it's still early in the game, so
yeah, but you don't side with a rookie ever in this type of game.
He's in an alliance. You got to protect people who's in your alliance.
Yeah, and that's why they were exposed, and that's what the
but
point.
He didn't
Johnny
say
was
he
the
did it
thing.
because of him being in an alliance. He said, "This is my friend."
Yeah, I know that.
Even having your alliance exposed doesn't mean you start tearing away your alliance. It's still your alliance. It's still the best chance you got.
And it makes other people say, you know what? If he didn't throw his friend in, maybe I should work with him. He won't throw me in.
And if they win a couple and it gets, this is why winning dailies is important. Because when you win dailies, you have a little bit of power.
And
you
Jay
can
and
influence
Michelle
the
are
game.
strong competitors. They could feasibly win a few of these dailies.
I would definitely say, I would definitely put them more towards the top end.
No. With Johnny and 90 into the game coming changing that. No.
Johnny and 90 automatically comes in on top. But
that's a normal thing.
Even with them there, I would still put Jay, because Jay and Michelle are pretty much kind of running this alliance, and you still got Michelle playing the vet side of things.
And she's great at politics. You can already see she's doing a good job at doing her politics.
But Rob, I will give you this. Jay's best chance is flipping on the rookies.
Yes.
And getting on the vet side.
But at the right time.
Yes. At the right time. Actually, in reality,
getting in early. Be too late. It may be too late by now.
Getting in early would have been best for him because once Jordan shows up, once Darrell shows up, his spot just keeps going. It's going to just keep on dropping.
Well, I mean, I guess it kind of depends on who Jordan decides to work with, because at the end of the day, because the people who are connected to Tori may not be people he wants to work with.
If you my boy, I'm telling you straight up, before we even touch ground, this is how I'm playing my game, dog. I'm saying, look, if I presented an opportunity to cross paths to further myself in the game, I'm taking it. Don't take it personally, because you my boy. You're gonna steal my boy. We're gonna kick it when we get back.
We're not boys if he cost me $1 million.
No,
we're not boys after that.
We going at it.
I mean, either way, no matter who they chose, they would have won anyway, because the entire house would have ended up helping John and Johnny and his partner to win. I don't remember her name, to save my life. Raven. Yeah, they would have ended up helping them to try and get Turbo and his partner out anyway. So I think
100%.
I think at this point it was just kind of, I think he showed loyalty to a friendship, and I think that gives him some good grace. But I guess we'll see how it plays out at the end of the day. It may bite him in the ass. You never know. Maybe Johnny will appreciate the fact that he was a loyal person.
And what the fuck is he going to do about it?
What you gonna do with loyalty? How are you gonna pay your rent off loyalty? That's the question.
By winning a challenge, and loyalty has paid off. Let's not pretend like loyalty means nothing. But let's go ahead and jump into this eliminations memory lane. It's pretty simple. You got to run, you got to flip the cards, and you got to match them. Now, I know Turbo's head was about to explode when TJ was just like, "This is a game about communication." And for anybody who said that the challenges are rigged towards certain people, case in point right here.
Well, him and his partner seem to communicate fine.
Yes, but come on,
they're ride or dies for a reason.
This isn't something for Turbo to really exceed in. This isn't a pole wrestle or something like that. It's a janky elimination. And janky eliminations is how you get the tough people out.
You mean like Light Bright?
Yes.
Where Devin got Johnny out?
Yes. That's basically how he got Johnny out.
But you know what, though? That also could have gone either way, though.
Yeah.
Either way.
Easily.
But not Jay. Fucking Horatio and Olivia smoke Turbo. Smoke them. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. We're smoking in that Turbo pack.
That's right.
But let's just be honest, 99% of the reason they won was because everybody was telling them where it was.
It is part of the game. We've seen it before. We've seen people bitch and moan about, the peanut gallery's helping them. No, it comes with the game. The house wanted him out.
But the thing is they even said it, as long as the thing is if they acknowledge, and they did, we wouldn't have won if you guys wouldn't have helped us.
They did.
And even Horatio and Olivia are saying we can't necessarily trust them just because they helped us, because
it's not trust.
It was a means to an end. They wanted to get rid of them.
And one of the toughest guys in the game just got eliminated. So let me ask you guys a question.
Turbo would have caused a lot of trouble at the end of the day with his abilities.
Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. Turbo really surprised me with his exit interview. He was just like, yeah, there's some bullshit. And he was just like, I really still want 90 to win. And I don't really like bananas, but I hope bananas and 90 win. And it was just like, holy shit. Here goes some compassion and understanding. And where the fuck was this for the first 2 episodes?
I'm telling you, this is the Turbo that I like.
That's the Turbo. That's the likable Turbo. But I am going to be honest. I wasn't sure how he was going to be in defeat. And he was gracious in defeat. He didn't give much to Horatio and them. But they won. But he didn't bitch and moan, and he wished the people who threw him in like the best. I thought that was pretty big of him. I love good sportsmanship. Love it. Like that really fucking butters my biscuit. You
can still be mad at your friend and still want them to succeed. And I think honestly,
I don't think they're friends anymore.
Well, I honestly think that if Turbo sat down and really kind of was like apologized to Nani for the situation, that it would be different.
Sure thing. Now, I have a question for you guys. Turbo's legacy. He rocked everybody's shit in War of the Worlds 1. War of the Worlds 2, he got into it with Jordan, and most people put the blame on Jordan and had compassion for him. But nobody liked his freak out. But because it was Jordan, everybody was kind of okay with it. They're like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Really?
Because if it was anybody else,
I said, fuck that motherfucker.
Yeah, if it was anybody else, it would have been a problem. But, people have really soured on Turbo. And then he finally does go into elimination and gets fucking smoked by rookies. Does this tarnish Turbo's legacy?
No. Because they didn't win flat out. They won. They won. Well, the thing is they won because they had help. Whether or not there's a little asterisk next to it where it says they won because they had house help. Whether or not, let's just say head to head, everybody shuts the fuck up and lets them do the game. Maybe that would have been a different outcome. Because from what I saw, Turbo was communicating really well with his partner. And I gotta say, just put him on mute and just watch him because he's so pretty still to watch. I just literally watched the whole thing on mute whenever he talked. I was like, nope.
That's
Okay,
funny.
Rob, what do you think about Turbo's legacy now that he got fucking smoked by rookies?
Oh, the reality of Turbo's legacy, he is a champ. Okay. He was from Survivor UK.
He
Still
won 2 seasons of Survivor.
Yes, won 2 seasons. It came over and won a challenge. It doesn't really tarnish his legacy, but in our eyes, we feel like it tarnishes it. In my eyes, it doesn't tarnish it because I'm a competitor and I understand that side of being competitive. So, therefore, I'm dropping the mic on that one. Yeah.
All right, so you're both wrong, and let me tell you why. Turbo is a champ.
Tell us all about how we're wrong, Malik.
He's a Survivor champ and a challenge champ. I mean, really, that is uncommon as fuck. It's rare. The challenge is, when it comes to competitive game shows, the challenge is the toughest one. I mean, I know some people may feel Survivor is it, but guess what? All because they got to do that shit hungry don't really make them the toughest people out there. Not shitting on the people who's won Survivor. He seems like a legitimate tough guy. He's a champ and he's a badass. Like I said, I'm legitimately kind of terrified of the guy. The reason why it's tarnished is, one, the political game is part of the game and you can't play it. And the political game can win you a championship. Of course, you got to show up in the final. He shows that he can do that. He only was able to do that because Nani was able to guide him through that part. If you're saying that they should have an asterisk because they beat Turbo with help, then Turbo gets an asterisk on his challenge championship because Nani gave him help.
No, he doesn't. Because
Yes,
he
he does.
won that final by himself. He didn't need anybody.
He wouldn't have gotten there without Nani. Without Nani's help. Nani helped him all season.
Yep, that's true.
Come on, you can't deny it.
I don't know. All I know
it.
is, well, listen, the way he treated Nani is similar to the way he treated this partner here. So I think he's just a good partner.
I don't know how he treated his partner. We didn't fucking see her this whole entire season. But
she seemed like she was happy. She didn't seem abused. Leave that poor girl
She's
alone.
on TV. Who wouldn't be happy? But this is why it's tarnished.
Wow.
He talked all this shit in the first 2 episodes. I will see you all one by one in elimination and fuck you all up. When I catch y'all, that ass is mine. Whatever the fuck he was saying. All of that. And then when it was all said and done, you got smoked. It's just like when a wide receiver is talking all that shit and they have to go against Darrell Revis and Darrell Revis intercept them, 2 times, returns one for a touchdown, the quarterback stops throwing his way. You talked all that shit and you got your shit rocked. It's a tarnishment. Just like Mayweather. Mayweather has won 50 fights, undefeated, beat everybody who's ever been put in front of him. If he decides to come out of retirement, even at an older age, and gets rocked by a guy who's only won 2 fights and lost 6, his legacy is tarnished. Same goes for Turbo. That's all I got to say about that. Wrapping up, TJ is still feeling friendly. He has one more surprise.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't like this guy, even though I hate him less with the last couple of seasons he's been on. Maybe he's turning over a new leaf. I'm not sold just yet. Jordan is back. Devin and Tori's face drop. I'm going to skip getting into that now because we're probably going to get into this first thing next episode. So we're going to skip that for now. But for now, let's go right into ranking. Where do you place this episode? How do you rank it? 1 to 5?
1 to 5?
1 to 5 stars.
I actually give it a 4. I feel like it's just, I liked the daily, the drama was there, having new people show up in, seeing, I feel a lightness in this season. I'm kind of really enjoying it. So I'm really hoping that it stays this way and doesn't become bland. Because I like my season seasoned with extra seasoning and spice.
You could at least made it a 4.5. I give it a 4.5, so 4.5.
So you're gonna fault me for not giving them half of a point?
Yes, I'm faulting you for not giving them a half a point because it's bringing it all. I love you, Becky. You know this. So the drama is back. Johnny is back. what more can you ask for? I just hope the end is not near for the challenge, okay?
100%, Rob, I agree with you. This is 4.5 stars. This is an amazing episode. One, we have a great daily. Jesus Christ, do you know how many shitty dailies we get? This was a great and fun daily. We have excellent A-block drama. We got shit that's going on in the house and shit that's drama-filled. We got shit to talk about in the first A-block. We got twists and turns that are good for the show. We got Johnny and Nani coming back this episode. We got Casey and Kenny coming back. And we got a surprise appearance by Jordan. Those are a lot of good twists to have. And despite how you may feel about Casey, the relationship that she has with Nani and the fact that she is a returning champion, that shit matters. The only thing that takes it away a little bit is you got the memory game elimination. And I know we got to have some of these every once in a while. This wasn't the episode for that one. This should have been a more of a headbanger, considering that we got fucking Horatio, who's probably a cardio beast, and Turbo, who is legit terrifying. Put this man into something fucking physical, and let's see how he does. 4.5 stars, almost a perfect episode. That's where I put it.
I think I would have given it a higher star if it had a better elimination.
I will give you that. Anything else we have to cover before we get out of here? Anything else going on in Challenge Land?
Other than the Challenge USA bitching about the fact they didn't get a cool house.
Listen, man, they can shut the fuck up. That season was terrible. And, nobody fucking cares.
They got dragged by Tina.
Yeah, I do know a lot of the cast is dropping for the Challenge Global show. And I'm not going to lie, the cast is looking, there's some really great parts of it, but some of it is looking suspect as shit. Like
what, the Challenge World, War of the World?
Yeah, the Challenge World thing. Global.
They could have choose more. I felt like what the list I've seen, especially on the girls' side, they could have chose better.
Yeah, there's so much better out there.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's just fucking disappointing that this is how Bunham and Murray and CBS treats us. But anyway, that's going to do it for us. That is episode 2 of The Challenge, season 38, Ride or Dies. Before we get out of here, one, I want to thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys all for listening. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter at LWC Podcast. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and TikTok at Love War Challenges. You cop your official Love War Challenges gear at shop.lwcpodcast.com, and our website is lwcpodcast.com. Get all of your customizable challenge gear at shopthechallenge.com, and make sure you listen to Love War Challenges podcast on Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or your favorite podcast app. Once again, I am MTV Malik. He is Robert Stewart. She is Becky at Gift Master Bex. This is Love War Challenges. Good night.